All of my money was just stolen. Today I was the victim of phone fraud. Somebody called saying that they were from my bank, from the fraud department of my credit card, that they were...
Hello. Today we're talking about scams. People are sharing their experiences with scams that have been ran on them.
From the fraud department of my credit card, that there were fraudulent charges on my card. He verified them, asked me if I did them, and I said no, and then he said, okay, I'm gonna cancel your card right away, like, I'm gonna help you out, don't worry about it. He somehow already had access to, like, see my transactions on that card, so he went through, like, the most recent ones, and asked me, like, is this legitimate, I was like, yes, like, that I know. And then he somehow got access to, I didn't give him any passwords, nothing. He, like, already had stuff. He just asked me for, like, normal verification questions. And he was somehow able to access my account, and he wiped my checking and my savings clean. I reported it to BMO fraud. And I'm going to the police station now to report it as well. Just be so careful when people call you. Please, just be careful.
And I've told the story so many times. I've been to bank branches, I've had to cancel cards, cancel accounts, get new cards, get new accounts, file police report, go to the police station. It's still ongoing, there's still a lot, and now we wait for the police to do their thing, and we wait for the bank to investigate. So I don't have an update yet, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who has reached out to me with kindness and support and advice. Like, I appreciate all of that so much. I've learned so much just about this entire process and what to do if this happens, and I will update once this all has a resolution. I want to make sure that I've gone through the proper steps before I update you guys on the proper steps. But thank you so much for your kindness, really.
Tell me why my daughter just got scammed out of $1,600. I'm not mad at her at all because this was an honest mistake. So I'm checking my accounts, and my daughter, she has a high school checking account, high school savings account, and I'm on both of these accounts. So whenever I'm in my banking app, I can see my account along with her account. I go to just look at her account or whatever, making sure she ain't balling out. As soon as I open the account, I see this $200 transaction for Target. It was $199.99 to be exact. So then I checked the next transaction. The next transaction says $199.99 Target. Girl, she had 8 $199.99 transactions hit her account. So I wait till when she wakes up, and I'm like, hey Cam, I'm like, girl, you know you missing $1,600? And she's like, what? Like, she's obviously shocked. So I'm like, can you think of a time of when your card could have been compromised? Literally a week and a half ago, she got this text message from ePass. ePass in Florida is our toll company, and so she got a text message from ePass saying, hey, you need to pay this $7 toll violation. And my daughter did express to me that she had to run a toll like maybe earlier last month because we hadn't got her ePass set up. So she thought that this was from that toll that she ran. So her just trying to be a responsible young adult, she wanted to just go ahead and just take care of it. So she clicked the link because the text message sent her a link to take care of the toll violation. And so she clicked the link, put in her card information, she pressed pay, and when it came time for her to get a confirmation, like, it just was like this weird page, and her card never got charged. So she just thought it was weird, but she just never thought nothing of it. So here we are a week and a half later. Her account is $1,600 short. I called Chase immediately, and I pretended like I was my daughter. However this person was getting her money, they was getting it via like Apple Pay. And I know banks are really funny about Apple Pay. Like, Apple Pay is supposed to be this secure thing. And I was explaining to the lady, like, listen ma'am, like, I know what you see, but I am telling you that this is not me. Like, obviously, like, why would I make 8 transactions for $199.99? Not only that, these transactions have different states, like one in Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Tennessee. Like, it was like 4 different states that these transactions was being done in. And I'm like, obviously I can't be in 4 different states at one time. So it was just a little bit of back and forth there that was just a little bit frustrating, but she was doing her job, and I don't doubt that we won't get our money back. I know we are going to get our money back. But anyways, I'm just hopping on here to tell you guys, like I tell my daughter and my kids, be careful of links. Like, don't click links, especially links that says like, oh, we're trying to deliver a package to you and we can't deliver it to you because we need your address. I will keep you guys updated on these $1,600. They did say it'll take like maybe like 10 up to 10 business days for her to get it back, and when she gets it back, it's only going to be temporary because they will be doing an investigation. But I know it won't be temporary. They just gonna give us back our money. So anyways, y'all, I will talk to you later. Bye.
Basically, I've been job hunting because I'm about to graduate college and I just wanted something for my last semester that was pretty laid back, remote if possible, but just a job,
Person
right?
number 3.
So I applied online for a job that I found, and it was super easy, like straight to the point, just totally normal, just like your name, resume, whatever, like the job you're applying for, whatever. And it was with a biopharmaceutical company to be a data entry specialist. So I would just literally be entering data for this company. Very straightforward. They had a lot of really good benefits, good pay. Like, it would be really good because as I want to go into medical device sales, so it was gonna be perfect. Well, then I get a text to my phone number and it was like, hi Riley, like you've been shortlisted, like we'd love to interview you in the morning. This was last night and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is great. So anyway, I'm like, great, sounds great. Go to my email, get the information for the Skype, and I wake up at 7:30, like get fully ready because it was 10 my time that the interview would be conducted. So I get on and I'm ready to go. I mean, I literally had like sticky notes set up, like you can kind of see, but like these are literally all of my sticky notes, like all my sticky notes that I have set up. I was gonna have those, like I had them like around on my mirror, and I like had my computer set up. I'm in like full beat, like everything, like ready to go. And the guy like gets on, he's like, hello, like you're 15 minutes early, but we can start now. And I was like, great. So I like call him on Skype, the guy, and it rings, hangs up, and I'm like, okay, weird. He calls me back. So I answer, no camera on his end, no camera on mine for some reason. And I'm not familiar with Skype, so I was just kind of like, okay, maybe I just did. He had a thicker accent and I couldn't exactly hear what he was saying, but I knew he was saying like, he was basically just like, I just wanted to make sure you weren't a robot. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, that's funny. And he started to say something and then the call like just disconnects. And so I was like, okay, that's weird. And so I type in the chat and I'm just like, hey, like, I'm really sorry. Like, I think the call like disconnected. Like, I don't know what happened. And he was like, oh, like it must be a network connection issue. Like, it's fine. This interview will be conducted via chat anyways. And I was like, granted, for background, I've never had a job before besides working at Sonic for like 3 days. And so I was like, okay, weird, but not a big deal. Like, I texted my parents and they were like, okay, like it just might be like new technology thing. Like, it's fine. Anyway, it seems like very professional. He's telling me all these different things, like whatever it has, sends me the questions and is like, answer these. I answer the questions, whatever. He's like, thank you. I'm going to send this to my team and we will get back to you in the next 15 to 20 minutes, which I was like, a 15-20 minute turnaround is quick. But again, I've never had a job. So I was like, okay, maybe this is normal. Text me back and it immediately is like, you scored this, like you're hired, basically. And it is just boom, 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 boom from there. Basically, like, you have the job. These are the requirements. These are the things that you're gonna get. You're gonna do this. These are you're about to start a 7-day trial period where you're in training, paid training, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, wow, like I'm really stressed out. Like, I'm calling my parents because I'm like, again, I have no job experience. So I'm like, is this normal? Like, what do I do? Whatever. And I was so confused because then I get an email and it's like, these things to sign and the check. And the check is for $1,350. And this check is supposed to purchase like a computer and a desk and whatever I would need for my home office. And I'm like, okay, whoa, this is literally the best thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Like, any money left over, do I get to keep it? Like, I don't know. So again, I find it really weird, but I'm like, okay, so they emailed me that and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I try so I signed the thing, but I don't email them back yet. And I have the document signed. I look at the code of conduct. Nothing looked weird other than the code of conduct was from 2022. And I was like, I feel like this isn't too crazy, but you know, whatever. So then I go to my bank app and I try to upload a picture of the check, because you can do that via Chase, like on the Chase app if you have Chase, you know. Well, I think if you literally have like any bank, you can do that. But so it doesn't work, and it's like, this check is not compatible, like go turn it into your local Chase bank. And like, we just got a Chase in Manhattan, so I'm literally like, okay, like it's right down the street from where I live, and so I was literally like, okay, like I'll just walk there. Which, mind you, it was already an issue to go print out the check and all these different things, whatever. So I take it to the lady, and I'm like, I give her the check, and she's like, thank you, whatever. And she said, you said you were having issues. And I was like, yeah. Also, rewind. I had gotten home from going to the grocery store, which, mind you, was probably less than an hour. And I had to go print out that stupid check. And I look at my Skype. This guy had spam called me like 5, maybe 6 times. Did you get the check deposited? And immediately I knew it was a red flag, and I texted my parents and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. And we were kind of just like, we had researched this company on end, and there was nothing that saying that there was like scam issues, like anything. So I was just like, okay, like, I don't know. Maybe he's just like, because it's a lot of money, he's like eager to get started. I don't really know. Anyway, so I'm at the bank, and this lady's like, what did you say this was for again? And I was like, oh, like I got a new job. Like this is to get the things required for my position. And she was literally like, okay. And you said it was for a job? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, well, she was like, I don't know how to tell you this, but this check is fake. Fake. Now I'm standing in the Chase Bank, and I'm literally standing there like, and she was like, I'm really sorry, like, did you give them any of your really personal information, like your social? And I was like, no, like, I didn't. And she was like, I would just block them on everything, because you don't want to tell them that you know it's fake, because it could make things worse. She was like, I'm really sorry that this happened. We would have never known, except the check had my bank on it. And she's like, if it had someone else's bank or something, like, we wouldn't even have known, and they would have had full access to your bank account. And so I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, like, thank you, because I was freaking out. And I called my parents, and they're just like, oh my gosh, like, that's insane. Like, we all researched this company, and there was literally nothing wrong with it. So I get home, and I just like block them on everything, like whatever, like the check is gone, like whatever. So yeah, first ever job, scammed.
Thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Have an amazing day.